What is going on? My name is Randy with On Edge TV, and I've been getting asked a lot of questions since I got my remote pilot certification. And people been asking me how was the test, how was the studying process, all of that stuff, and all that crap. So in this video, I just want to talk to you guys about how to get your Part 107 and the journey leading up to that. Let's get it. Okay, so I just recently got my drone pilot license, my remote FAA Part 107 remote pilot certification. So many different names for it, but I can fly my drone legally now, and that's dope. You should, if you're flying your drone, I definitely recommend that you get your Part 107 because you do not want to be caught slipping, because the FAA is really cracking down and they're not playing any more games. So get your Part 107, stop flying illegally, and yeah. But if you're watching this video, then obviously you're working towards that. So for me, I lucked out. My job actually paid for the test, the exam, and they paid for the course that I went through. So I went through the Pilot Institute. I put the links and all that stuff in the description, but I went through a course versus studying on YouTube, because you just never know who's legit on YouTube, and there's so many different things out there. So I paid for a course and I went through the course. You can get through the course in about 2-3 weeks. And I went through the course because you get a community with that course. So I'm in this Facebook group, and you get a really dope community that you can, bounce questions off of, ideas off of, and everyone in the group is very encouraging. But definitely look for a community, a drone community that you can go through. And so going through the Pilot Institute, Greg, he gives you a lot of information that I would say a lot of it's not on the test, but it's a lot of information that you would need, because let's face it, it's easy to watch a bunch of YouTube videos on YouTube and try to memorize, what the questions would be. You can do practice quiz, free practice tests online, and you can take those tests over and over again to memorize what it's going to be telling you, but then you won't truly understand airspace, METARs, TAFs, and all that stuff. So what I recommend is definitely go through someone like Greg or someone who's certified to teach all that stuff, because I know enough about airspace to not get in trouble. I know how to read TAFs, METARs, and all that stuff to not get in trouble, and not to be putting my life or someone else's life at risk flying my drone. So definitely go through that course, learn as much as you can. And even now that I passed my exam, I'm still going through the stuff that I learned and revisiting a lot of this stuff, just so I can stay up to date and really understand how to read the sectional charts and all that stuff. But let's talk about how it went. So starting off, the course was pretty dope. A lot of this stuff was common sense in the beginning, like loading and performance and how to operate the drone and all this stuff, visual line of sight. You should know that stuff if you're already flying a drone. But and then we get to the charts and airspace. Now that is overwhelming for the first time. What I did was I went through the whole course, and then I went back and revisited the charts and the sectional charts and airspace and all that stuff. And I did that section again a couple days before I took my exam, and I truly got a good understanding of how how charts and airspace and all that stuff work. And I'm glad I did that, because for me, on my exam, most of my exam was on airspace and sectional charts. I was told that is like 15 and 20% of your exam, but not my case. Most of it was sectional charts and airspace. So yeah, make sure you study and learn as much as you can. And if you truly study and take the time to learn the information, then the test itself is very easy if you study and learn. But if you're just trying to memorize it and go through it, it could be pretty hard for you. Like if you're just taking the practice test over and over again and just to memorize those questions you get on the FAA website or somewhere else, you're not going to really pass the test because you don't know the information. And even with those practice tests versus the actual exam, they reword the questions and they throw you curveballs, so you actually have to understand and know the information. But once you go get your exam, you don't have your license yet, your certificate. You have to take your exam number and all that stuff, and then you have to send it off to I can't remember, but you send your information off, and then they go through the process and they send you your temporary license within 5 to 7 days. In about 30 days or so, you get your actual card in the mail. And yeah, and I'm making this video again because everyone's asking me, the steps and how I did it. But yeah, it's the cool thing about, and also going through the course, Greg, he shows you how to sign up for the exam, how to submit your paperwork. He walks you through by detail on all this stuff. He walks you through how to set up how to register your drone, remote ID, all this stuff. But yeah, definitely do the right thing. Don't get caught slipping, because the FAA is watching. And yeah, if this video was helpful, y'all know what to do. Like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.